Thousand voices singing, you know it fills my soul. Louder and louder, hear the ancients roar.
Georgia's own Widespread Panic are back with a new album titled Earth to America, and this album finds the band recording outside their friendly confines of Athens, Georgia for the first time in many years. For Earth to America, the band enlisted the producing skills of the legendary Terry Manning, who has produced the likes of ZZ Top, Mariah Carey, Lenny Kravitz, and Celine Dion, to name just a few. The band didn't just record the album at Manning's studio in the Bahamas, they also shared the same house right on the beach together during the recording sessions. It was at this house, and after the recording that was done, that the band could relax and be a band without working, and Dave Schools admitted how much fun they had.
And so we'd sort of been planning to try and go somewhere, anywhere, France, Alabama again, just to be together as a band and record. And I did a record at Compass Point with Terry Manning, who wound up producing Earth to America a couple of years ago, and it was a really great experience. We have a friend there who has a house right on the beach that we could all stay at, and so we discovered this great thing of we would go into the studio, do the session, and then instead of going back home and splitting up, we all went back to this house, and we could sit around and kind of still be a band without working, and it was a lot of fun.
With so many years using longtime producer John Keane, this was the first time the band had used a new producer, and it was Dave Schools who had met Terry Manning during sessions for his side project, the Stockholm Syndrome. Although John Bell admitted he was a little nervous at first using a new producer, the band just fell back on the lessons learned from John Keane.
No, that's right. And, and John, pretty much, our years with John kind of set us up. So, he taught us how to be good little studio people. And so Terry had at least somewhat of a disciplined group to be able to work with. We knew what was going on. But Terry was great. I was nervous about working with somebody brand new that I'd never met before. But again, like Dave said, we were determined to go do something different. Just to, it's a good way to rediscover yourself. Just throw yourself in a whole different environment.
Widespread Panic's first single on Earth to America, Second Skin, is now available on iTunes, and Widespread Panic are currently touring the U.S. in support of their latest release. The tour will hit 35 dates in 21 cities and will stop at such locations as Winter Park, Colorado, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Indianapolis, Ohio, Virginia, and extending until 3 sold-out shows in Chicago, Illinois, August 11th, 12th, and 13th.
And behold again.